Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so you thought the Shedeur Sanders versus the Giants drama was over? Nah. Turns out the fire's still burning. We've got new details about what really went down between Shedeur and the Giants before the draft, and trust me, it's juicier than you think. All right, quick rewind. Leading up to the 2025 NFL Draft, all eyes were on Shedeur Sanders, son of primetime himself, Deion Sanders, and projected by a lot of folks to be a first or second round pick. But instead, man slid all the way to the 5th round before the Cleveland Browns picked him up at 144th overall. Wild, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Reports started popping up that Shedeur may have low-key sabotaged his own chances with at least one team, the New York Giants. According to Todd McShay over at The Ringer, Shedeur had a, let's just say, rocky pre-draft meeting with Giants head coach Brian Daboll. McShay claimed that Shedeur showed up unprepared and didn't exactly take criticism well. McShay straight up said he got called out on it and didn't like that. And Daboll didn't appreciate Shedeur not liking it. Oof, yo, if that's true, that's a pretty bad look for a young QB trying to impress an NFL coach, but hold up, it might not be the full story. Paul Schwartz from the New York Post tried to pump the brakes on this narrative. He's saying all this talk about Shedeur being unprepared or getting defensive, either straight up false or way overhyped. According to Schwartz, it wasn't some epic clash in the meeting room. It was more like a lack of chemistry, like they just didn't vibe. And honestly, sometimes that's all it takes. Then ESPN's Jeremy Fowler dropped some new tea this week. He said Shedeur actually knew early on that the Giants weren't feeling him, and the feeling was mutual. Fowler reported that during the pre-draft process, Shedeur straight up admitted he didn't really click with the Giants coaching staff. So yeah, maybe it wasn't about him failing some test or storming out of the room. Maybe it was just not the right fit. Listen, we've all been in situations where the vibe just ain't there. Doesn't mean anybody's bad at their job. It just wasn't meant to be. But of course, in the NFL, that kind of thing can make headlines real fast. So let's connect the dots. Shedeur didn't vibe with the Giants. The Giants didn't vibe with him. Maybe other teams caught wind of that. Maybe the lack of a traditional NFL agent in his corner made it harder to smooth things over behind the scenes. Whatever the case, dude slid to the 5th round, and now the Browns got themselves a QB with a giant chip on his shoulder. Bottom line? The Giants' door's closed, but Shedeur's NFL story is just getting started, and something tells me he's itching to prove every team wrong, including the Giants. So what do y'all think? Was this really disrespect from the Giants, or just business as usual in the NFL? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like button if you're rooting for Shedeur, and hit subscribe for more NFL drama and updates. Catch y'all next time. Peace.